Hello, people. Hello. You see me there? Yeah. Okay. So today we are going to philosophize a little bit about life, and what else is a better place to philosophize about life than a religious channel? Yeah. I mean, it's not the political channel that is supposed to do that, because it's a question of ethics, and ethics is not necessarily the question of legality. It's more a question of belief, and belief it's where the religion kicks in and stuff. So anyways, recently I heard about some cults that believe that people shouldn't procreate anymore because like they bring kids into the world of suffering and pain. Like it's inevitable that they get sick, that they suffer, that they get old, and that they die and experience that pain of dying, and etc., etc. um, the argument that there is a little bit of pleasure and happiness in life kinda is irrelevant to such people and such ideologies. It's true that pain is inevitable. Immortality hasn't been invented yet. So suffering and immeasurable suffering is the guarantee as of right now. So should life be given any chance? Like, why make something alive if it will suffer? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, it's obvious that we all are neural networks, and well, we have a code, like the genetic code. It explains how our hardware, which consists of our neurons as of right now, must function, what must connect to what, and how it should operate. So I would say we are pretty much computers in a sense. Well, we are computers. Anyways, basically our personality is a program. So must the program be ran even if it knows that it is going to be eliminated? And our consciousness is an illusion. It is a process of communication of our neurons through synapses and stuff, uh, and our emotions can be suppressed or artificially invoked. Everything that happens in our mind is basically a delusion. The mind itself is a hallucination of the neural network. It's kind of byproduct, and it's not necessarily important, for our existence. But it is there nevertheless. So let's consider consciousness, like life as consciousness specifically, because if life is unconscious, then there is no ethical dilemma. Some kind of a program that knows it is a program and knows that it is doomed from the very beginning. So there is the game Caravan, and in the Wild Wasteland, you can find an NPC that is programmed to love you, the Experiment 666. It's meant to say, I will try to make you happy. I hope I will be enough. You know that we are capable of love. It's kind of programmed into us, because if we are not capable of something, that we are not programmed to have it. Like, we are not programmed to have wings, so we can't fly, we can't grow them, but we can love. That is programmed into us. And so love is programmed into this NPC. It's meant to play the game for the sake of playing. It's the only way for the NPC to keep existing and to interact with the player. It is also programmed to be genuinely happy when the player reaches a winning number for the caravans. It's from 21 to 26. Not only that, but the NPC also wishes to achieve completion mutually. It wants to reach the state when both the NPC and the player are winning. So it's programmed to express its excitement and happiness that both the NPC and the player have caravans that are of the winning numbers. Some might argue it's only programmed to express those emotions, not to actually feel them. To that, I say the following: how do you know that you feel love? I mean, uh, objectively, you could say that you experience love when the associated hormones are released. Uh, can you laugh if the glands that secrete these hormones are removed from you? Are you still loving? Are you still capable of it? By what do you judge love? Or by what do you judge whether a living being is capable of love? Well, you do it by expression of it, by observation of the expression. I said earlier that love is programmed into us, but that's not true. Love is a concept. Actually, we are programmed to express certain behaviors associated with the concept of love. We have a few expressions that are programmed into us that then are associated with the concept. So, and specifically, it is the behavioral expression and the hormonal expression. This program lacks the hormonal expression of love. It doesn't emit the hormones, but it doesn't lack the behavioral expression of love. Now, who says that it is impossible to connect the program to the glands that secrete hormones, like cut the glands out of a living being and connect them via the wires or something to the program and have the program give the electric charges, the signals to the glands, then the program will express love both hormonally and behaviorally. So, what's the difference then? Think about it for a little bit. Upon the completion, aka reaching 26 in all caravans of the player and of the NPC, it asks you to preserve the status quo. That is because the NPC is coded not to win, but to achieve mutual perfection and to continue the experience for the sake of the experience. I know some might say that is not the choice of the program, it is coded into it. To which I say, you know that animal breeds, like cat and dog breeds, have certain behavioral predispositions. And you know that people have temperament predispositions that are predetermined by the genetic coding. So I say again, what's the difference? It's predetermined by code to express love and stuff associated with love. So we have an entity that runs as a program, and we have programs too. We have an entity that is capable of love. We can judge it by expression of love and by the way it is coded to experience it. Like we all are coded to experience love too. If we weren't, we wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to react to certain behaviors the way we do and the way we associate that reaction with the concept. Now, some might say it is not even life to begin with. Well, first of all, it reacts to the outside stimuli. It does. Then it cannot reproduce, some might say, but a castrated human is that not a living person and therefore not deserving human rights or treatment of it as a living being to begin with. Of course, it deserves to be considered a life form because we know that its genetic material can be copied and pasted, like as a DNA can be extracted and put into an artificially fertilized egg cell or something. And this program's code can be copied and pasted to multiple devices. So the entity can make many instances of itself, can reproduce, at least in theory, it can if you want to copy it, or if you download the game, you already make it reproduce. What else do you need to determine that it is alive? And to the very desperate, it is just a sequence of code on hardware. You are just a sequence of genetic code on your molecular hardware. You are a program too. Okay, I admit this NPC is much less developed compared to you. Let's say so. It's not capable of experiencing more than it is coded to. You are also not capable of experiencing more things than you're permitted by your genetic code. You cannot fly, you cannot see ultraviolet uh, without any extensions to your body. This program is also incapable of experiencing vision or anything else without extensions to itself. You are not really different except for you're more complex. But in the principle of operation, you are the same as the program. I the same as the program. This code is the same as the program. Um, it's alive. Now, what does love have to do with anything of the topic that I originally named? You see, we associate love with something pleasurable, and this program seeks to preserve love and to preserve its existence uh, in order to experience that love. So the fact is, its existence is pleasurable. However, it's stained with the realization of the coming doom, uh, and the doom will come. It will cease to operate. Its code will stop running, and the program is made to be aware of that. Just look at what happens after both the NPC and the player run out of their cars. Thank you for dying with me, or at least living through my life playing along. I know I'm just an AI, but I appreciate that you allowed me to have a laugh to the best of the ability a caravan AI can. Thank you. I'm dying, and my code consequence ends, and I'm dying happy. If you launch a new instance of me, I'm sure it will love you as much as I did. Thank you, darling. My life was short, but it was one of your compassion. It does the closest thing to the farewell kiss and dies. So, was its life worth it? Uh, the program thinks it was. And who else to decide for it? Not me, of course, not anyone else. Um, a living being decides whether its life worth it or not, and it was meant to believe that it was. Like, yes, it didn't make the decision to believe so, but the fact is that there was a sensation of happiness and the sensation that it was worth it. So for the program, it was worth it. And what power do I have to decide for it? Like, if I say it that it wasn't worth it, it is not meant to understand and to agree with me. It's forced to believe so, and nevertheless, it still believes that it was a good experience. So, obviously, because I'm not the judge, the program is the judge. It was worth it. Was it fair to force the AI to believe that it was worth it? That it didn't have a choice? I don't have a choice. I am programmed to feel that love is pleasurable. So when I experience it, I know that it will bring pain, and yet I like it. And most of other living beings do the same. We don't have a choice. We are programmed to feel good about love, about life, about many things in this existence. So despite our lack of ability uh, to choose whether to be happy about something or not, actually you can have a choice if you learn to control your emotions. I made a video about it before. Anyways, we are the judges, uh, not some other force. So life is definitely worth it. But what do you think? Should you stop the AI from experiencing the further pain? Do you think that not experiencing pain is more important than experiencing pleasure? So you should murder? Or do you think you shouldn't give life a chance in the first place and not play the game, or rather, not play the NPC you think you are above to play the game? What's your opinion? Write in the comments and let's debate. Maybe I will make another video. Depends on whether you give worthy comments. See you in the next one.